The guys competed. Our bench was big tonight, but everybody contributed. But Mirza was going good pretty much the whole night, and he made a big shot down the end for us. But defensively, the guys played. They executed the game plan. Again, in that fourth quarter, we probably gave up a little bit, one too many points, but for 48 minutes, the guys fought, and we found ourselves, winning a ball game that maybe in 2013 we would have lost.
Mirza with 7 threes, but what stands out to you most when you think about the growth he's had and just to have a night like this?
Well, I think just the opportunity, one, for him playing, but also, two, his work ethic. He just doesn't show up on game day and shoot. He's been working extremely hard at his game. But I think also a big credit goes to his teammates because they believe in him. As much as the coaches believe in him, his teammates in that locker room believe that he's going to do the right thing when he has the ball.
Jason, when Paul sat out yesterday, just a little under the weather, Mirza worked some time with the first team, and he was knocking down some shots from the perimeter. Did you see something that led you to believe that he might be ready for something like this?
Well, as a coach, I guess you hope every player is going to make every shot. But Mirza, working with the first group yesterday because Paul was sick, he's a threat. His teammates and the coaches all believe that when he's on the floor, he draws attention. He can help other guys get shots. But when you have the likes of Joe and Darren and KG and Paula, sometimes he's forgotten about and he's knocking down the open shot.
Mirza was a guy who had, I think, 6 of his first 11 games. He didn't play because you didn't put him in the game. But is there anything extra that you get out of the fact that a guy like that earned the time when he got a chance to play and took advantage of it, and then built up more time after that?
Yeah, he's been here for a couple years now, and he's not a young player. He's been a professional basketball player for some time, so the stage doesn't frighten him. As you can see, and his work ethic and his belief and him believing in himself that he can play at a high level, and he's getting the opportunity to do that for us and for his teammates.
And how well does he fit in with the small ball system and his ability to shoot? It seems like every time his threes are all coming off wide open spot ups.
Yeah, he's getting, again, with some of the lineups, some of the guys that he's playing with are drawing a lot of attention, and he's the one sometimes forgotten about, and he's knocking down that open shot. But the big thing, and he probably would tell you guys, is that he's not just a shooter. He can put it on the floor. He's pretty athletic. So, right now he's being recognized for his shooting, but he's a basketball player, and he competes, and you can see that on both ends.
Jason, you've talked about this a bit over the last couple of weeks, but on the defensive side, what does having a bunch of guys who are 6'7", 6'8" do for you, not only tonight, but just this month as a whole, what you guys have done so well?
Well, I think, the communication has picked up. When you have a point guard who's 6'7" and has the ability to switch, that helps. But you have veteran guys playing great team defense and talking to one another, and that's been a big thing of our change. As guys are competing there on the defensive end and helping each other.
Are the three-point attempts something that you have to consciously try to increase, or does that just kind of come with the personnel change?
That's just the nature of this team. We got a lot of shooters out on the floor, and then you have a lot. You got guys who can make plays and get in the paint to put pressure on the defense, and a lot of the threes tonight were all great looks.
Last question. Jason, you played Darren for 35 minutes tonight, a little longer than in the first 2 games. What did you see out of him tonight?
I thought he was great. Sean, we had gotten a little foul trouble there, so for him to play 35 minutes, I thought he did a great job, running the show. Look at his numbers. He had 1 turnover to 11 assists, so he was finding the open guys, and so you can see his comfort level is getting there, and so he was big in that second group. Kind of got us going. Since that first group, we had a lot of great looks to start the game. We just didn't knock them down.